Fossil fuels were formed hundreds of millions of years ago from prehistoric plants. When these fossil fuels were forming, our landscape was much different than what we are used to seeing nowadays. The Earth's landscape was dominated by swamps and bogs and had a much warmer climate. Together, they made the perfect conditions for the formation of fossil fuels. These fossil fuels came in a few different forms: coal, oil, and natural gas. Coal is the most destructive fossil fuel, made up of mostly carbon, thus, when burned, releases the most CO2. It can be found in sedimentary rocks called coal seams. The U.S. is one of the top exporters of coal and uses it to generate more than half of all electricity. It can also be used for heat and other industrial purposes. Mining for coal has negative environmental effects as well, including, but not limited to, mountaintop removal, depletion of biodiversity, groundwater pollution, and hundreds of millions of tons of waste. Natural gas is naturally occurring hydrocarbon gas primarily used for heating and electricity. It is found in deep underground rock. Although natural gas has the least carbon emissions, it has similar effects to the other fossil fuels, emitting plentiful CO2 and affecting global climate change. Oil is another fossil fuel on which the human population greatly depends. While it has many uses, oil is mainly converted into gasoline and used for transportation. It is obtained from reserves in the ground, which must be drilled into to acquire. Oil emits CO2, which contributes to global climate change and other environmental problems. All of these negative effects mean we must change the way we power our present-day world. One of the biggest contributors to fossil fuel use is transportation. There are many different types of alternative fuels such as biodiesel, ethanol, and methanol. These fuels are convenient for storing and transporting energy. Electricity is another alternative method for powering our vehicles. Electric cars and hybrids allow for automotive vehicles to run off electricity from rechargeable batteries rather than strictly running off gasoline. This greatly reduces the amount of pollutants released into the atmosphere from burning oil. While these options may be a little out of the price range for the average college student, there are plenty of things a UMass student can do to reduce their fossil fuel use from transportation. A few students and faculty can avoid the commute to school via personal car, but there are many who have parking passes on campus who can find an alternate mode of transportation. One of the easiest solutions is carpooling. Another alternative is the PVTA bus system. During the day, they run every 15 minutes and have really convenient bus stops all over the Pioneer Valley area. From personal experience, the amount of time that it takes to drive on campus, park, and get to class is basically equal to the amount of time it takes to ride the bus and get dropped off right in the middle of campus. It's also free for students, meaning you don't have to pay for parking or gas, and you're greatly helping the environment by not burning your own gasoline and oil every day you attend school. The best way to cut down on your fossil fuel emissions is to walk or bike to campus. UMass has an amazing bike share program that makes this really easy. It's also great exercise that doesn't pollute the environment or use any fossil fuel. The next time you get ready to step into your car, think about taking the bus or simply walking to class. It's an easy way for you to help reduce the use of fossil fuels and protect our vulnerable planet.